All right. Hello, everybody. This is Ryan Nocera from Precision Trading Labs in New York City. Coming to you late on a Sunday evening. I didn't have time to do this video on a Friday. I left early Friday to do a weekend down at the shore. Um, very nice. Worked out pretty well. And we beat a lot of the rain. So that was kind of cool. So I'm going to come at you with some cool key levels here in the broad market and some other cool stuff in a second. But let me throw this disclaimer up here for you guys for your protection and ours. Um, I'll leave that up there for a few seconds for you to read, and then I'm going to jump right into the market. There are a couple of things that happened last week. It's been super volatile. I know a couple of you guys who have not seen this kind of market before is it's new. It's new, and you kind of have to be ready for it. So I'm going to get started, do something different. Normally I do the Qs, SPY, and TLT, GLD, those kind of those ETFs. But I'm going to start with the S&P futures. Why am I starting with the S&P futures? Is because you will. Oh, let me get rid of. Sorry, guys. This is a trade for another day. You'll see here. This is where the futures closed on Friday. Let me do this right here. Hold on 1 second. Let me just annotate and do a spotlight. So right here is where we closed the market on Friday. And you'll see we had some bullish momentum, or recovery momentum. Bullish is too strong of a word after a big sell off, right? But now we have contract rollover right here. So hold on, guys. There's some noise in the background. All right, so now we have contract rollover, and you'll see this big gap up here. That's not like a normal gap of like bullish action. That's just going from the last quarterly contract to the next one. So, we do have this gap up here. We'll see if it hits that little area there that I identified. I don't remember what the cause why I identified that one is. It looks okay. But that's the S&P futures, not on the SPY. So just wanted to bring that to your attention, and then I'll go over to the SPY, and we'll look at some cool stuff in SPY. And yeah, there's a storm in the last couple of days hitting here. Yeah, we're getting the run of it. So let me make this larger on the SPY. All right. Basically, we created ourselves. This level doesn't look all that different than the Q's level that I outlined last week. So if you didn't see last week's video, go grab it on our YouTube channel. It's just the first week, September 3rd, I believe. So there's a rally, a base. Get the storm coming in. Hold on 1 second. All right, sorry about that, guys. We just had a this freak storm is creating so much noise. Sorry about that. But anyway, this level looks just about the same as it does in the Qs, right? But the Qs did not get touched yet. So that's really interesting that price came in, touched the SPY. We got a decent move to the upside. I do expect this to continue. Um, will it? I'm not guaranteeing anything here. Just my gut is saying that the contract rollover, all these things, I do expect we get a little bit of bullish momentum to close this little gap here and maybe, hit this candle here. It's not quite supply, but it's an okay supply area if you outlined it that, just not great. This I like a lot. This is an excellent supply up ahead. This I'm prepared for. I'm ready. I've got things set to trigger, so I know to sell puts. Excuse me, buy puts or sell calls, whatever it is I'm going to do at that time period, depending on the strategy that I'm employing, and then we're going to look to try and take a trade. Okay, so right up here, this is a good area of supply right here. You'll notice a little gap, and then bam, and it led to that big sell-off right there. So I'm waiting for that with bated breath. This is good, good. It's better than okay, but it ain't this. Okay, so be aware. Now let me just jump over to the Qs and just show you what they look like compared to the SPY. So take a mental note of that. All right, see, level looks just about the same. Rally, base, rally, big move up. Price came in, it didn't actually touch but we got a similar reversal. So it's going to be very interesting to see if we do get a pullback. Is this going to work just like the SPY, or I don't know. They keep, like I said, this is what keeps the markets interesting. These little tells here that are telling us, there's some discontinuity here. As Mitch says, the markets, they rhyme. They're not necessarily everything in tandem. So, and then we do have this little area here that could be an area of supply. Not willing to give it the yellow box. Let's call it an area of interest where we may want to pull it apart a little on the daily chart. On it from a, let's see, we're looking at a daily. We may actually want to be looking on the lower time frame for something worthwhile to short it in there. Lower time frame. What do I mean? I'm looking at a daily. I may want to drop down to a 2 hour, a 1 hour. Not so much lower than that unless I'm a full on day trader. I'm a pretty fantastic day trader, and but it is a skill set in itself. Okay, so let's skip right over to TLT. And I had a short last week. It's fine. I mean, it made a little bit. It's not anything special here, right? But you'll see this little area of supply right there, and you'll see price traded sideways. There's two candles in there, and then we got that gap and a move down. Price just wick touch. That's very bearish right there. We have that gap below. I do like that for a potential move down. And then we do have a plan on, I think this is one of our trades in our trade room, is we have a pending trade here to buy calls in TLT. When price does get down, let's just say we get a sell-off TLT into here. Then we're going to look to get long or long with either the stock or buying calls. So that's where we are on TLT. These are the key TLT. This is a key level SPY. Go back over there. And the triple Qs. Triple Q, so this hasn't been touched yet. This technically has been touched, and I'm curious to see what effect it'll have. But it's very similar to what just happened with SPY. So keep your eye on all of that kind of stuff. And brief commercial, if you guys got value out of what we just talked about here as far as the supply and demand areas and the major market ETFs, go ahead and give this a like. I really appreciate it. Tells the algorithm that we're doing something good. The YouTube algorithm, that is. Now, back to the market. And these are going to be they're going to be playing. We still got the interest rate announcement. So we got another week for that. So I don't want to go over to the calendar and figure that out, wasting more time. But we've got this area not touched. We've got this area kind of kissed. And then on the SPY, we're already in it. And I really think we're going to move to the upside on the SPY this week. Also, with all the volatility, I think the market just wants to drive the retail trader crazy and see if they can break their discipline. It's hard. That's the most part. It is the hardest part after you learn how to trade or learn a strategy is the mental part, right? And holding on to things. So we're already in here on the SPY. I do think we'll close that gap up here at 449 or so. But I do ultimately think we will end up back at the 455 area, and I'd be looking to see if we get another sell-off in there. So that is that for today. If you would like to learn how to trade the way I do, where I don't really have to sit behind a computer screen all day, and I can do these set and forget trades with the information that's right in front of me, well, I'm going to put my calendar link in the description of this video. Just click description, and then in there we'll have the summary of the video, and at the bottom you'll see my calendar link. Click it. You'll see my schedule come up. You pick a day and time that works for you that I am available. With the kids back in school, the only time I'm kind of out of commission is the afternoon, and then we depending on my meeting schedule. So, and I have coaching call meetings with my coaching students just about every day. I have at least one, and yeah, so grab that link from the description, schedule a call with you, and I'm happy to discuss trading and how I can help you hit your goals with that. So go ahead, have a great night, guys. Sorry this is a little bit later in the night that I got this out, and I even considered, due to the contract rollover, I did consider doing this video tomorrow morning, but I got to get the kids to school myself tomorrow, and then I'm going to have my 3-year-old on myself tomorrow, so going to be fun. But go ahead, schedule a call with me, and I hope to talk to you soon. Have a good one.